What's going on, guys? Welcome back to BlackTideTV. Another late upload today. I may or may not have overslept by like 4 hours, so that's why this video is going out so late. That's why there will not be a double upload today as I was planning to upload. Instead, I'll probably be streaming the monthly BTTV Plays Assassin's Creed Syndicate a little later tonight. The best way to know when that's starting is to either A, follow me on Twitter at BlackTideTV, there's a link in the description, or B, turn on your notifications, or you know what, C, all of the above. Just do both, and then you'll have all of my content as soon as you possibly can. So turn on your notifications by clicking on the bell underneath this video next to the subscribe button, and follow me on Twitter for all the latest updates. Now, in this video, we're taking a look at the G36C Assault Rifle in my Golden Weapon review series. So it's been a while since I've done a Golden Weapon review, and I gotta get into these a lot more because I'm freaking way behind. There's a lot of other channels out there that have already reviewed like every weapon and every Call of Duty game ever in this game and in Infinite Warfare, and I'm doing Golden Weapon reviews for both. So I'm super behind, and the thing is, when I'm doing my reviews is I wait until I get gold camo so I really have a good idea of what the weapons are like, whereas there are other channels out there that just jump in and they grab a weapon on day one and say, okay, I'm going to do a review of this, and they just look up the stat chart and make a review without even trying out the weapon. So my series is a little bit more different. It's more of an opinion-based series. I do use stats here and there, but it's more or less like I have used these weapons until I got gold camo. I know what these weapons are like because I've been using them for like however many hours each weapon to get gold camo in both games, and by the time I get gold camo I feel like I have a good idea of what these weapons are like. So I'm giving you guys my opinion and mixed with some stats telling you guys what these weapons are really all about with a better representation of what the weapons are like. I'm not just going on and looking up a stat chart and saying, okay, these are the stats, this is why it's good. Okay, so in this video, we're taking a look at the G36C. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos. The last one was on the M4 carbine, which is actually pretty great because these two weapons are the most closely related weapons in the entire game. So this, of course, being Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. So G36C is almost, I don't know, I'd say it's like the little brother of the M4 carbine because it's like the M4 carbine, but it's just not as good in almost every situation. Now, like I said, I don't usually jump into the stats that much. I like to give you guys my honest opinion, and my honest opinion of this weapon is I really like this weapon. It's terrible. It's awful as far as like statistic-wise. This is a really, really bad weapon, but I really like it. It's just one of those nostalgic weapons where you pick it up and it just feels good in your hands, and you feel like you're slaying people, and you feel like you're doing really well. But honestly, it's one of the worst guns in the entire game statistic-wise. And as far as comparing it to the M4 is better in almost every situation apart from a couple different things. So I don't do too many statistics, but I did go on and I grabbed a couple statistics comparing the M4 and G36C, and you will be surprised. I had to get these statistics because I know people would disagree with me and say that, oh no, the G36 is better than the M4. Not the case, okay? So first up, rate of fire. The G36C fires at 759 rounds per minute, and the M4 fires at 857 rounds per minute. So M4 fires faster. Reload speed. The G36C reloads at 2.1 seconds. The M4 reloads at 2.03 seconds, so M4 reloads faster. Drop and raise time. So this is where the G36 has a little bit of an edge over the M4. So the G36C has a 0.25 second drop time, whereas the M4 takes 0.45 seconds to drop, so that's putting your weapon away. Raise time, the G36 raises in 0.4 seconds, whereas the M4 raises in 0.75 seconds, so that's taking the weapon out. Idle sway, so the G36 is more accurate than the M4 as far as idle sway goes. Idle sway being when you're just standing still aiming down sights, how much your sights are moving around. So the G36C has about 28 idle sway. I'm not really sure what the units are of that measurement, but 28 idle sway compared to the 40 idle sway of the M4, so it does idle sway a little bit less, and it's a little bit easier to get your shot on target. We talked about the idle sway in the M4 episode of how bad it was, how the gun just sways all over the place. The guy can't control his breathing when he's holding that weapon for some reason. And the idle speed of the G36C is 0.8 seconds, whereas the idle speed of the M4 is 1.5 seconds. So that's actually how fast you're swaying the gun back and forth. So even on the M4, it has more idle sway and it sways faster, whereas the G36C doesn't sway as fast. So All in all, what is better about the G36C? Well, it raises and drops a little bit faster and has a little bit more idle sway, or a little bit less idle sway than the M4. The M4 has better fire rate, better reload speed. The M4 doesn't have as much pitch or yaw when you're firing it. So pitch and yaw being your actual recoil, so up and down recoil, left and right recoil. The G36C has more left and right. It has more up recoil. So the M4 and the G36C are more or less tied as far as accuracy is concerned, because the G36C is higher in the idle sway area, like it's better in the idle sway area, whereas the recoil area, the M4 takes it. So it's very much the exact same weapon as far as accuracy is concerned. And then as far as damage over range, it has the exact same damage over range, like 30 and 20. So it's like a 4 to 5 shot kill, 3 to 4 shot kill if you're using stopping power, and a 2 to 3 shot kill if you're getting a headshot and using stopping power. I would almost always go for headshots on the G36C. Even if you're not going for your camos, those headshots will neutralize one of the shots that you need to kill, which is awesome because this weapon takes so many shots to kill. For an example, most guns in this game take between 2 and 3 shots to kill, and that's like before stopping power. After you get stopping power, a lot of these weapons are 2-shot kills across the map, like the M16, the AK, the G3, the M14, the MP44. These are all like 2-shot to kill weapons. The G36C and the M4 carbine are 3-shot to kill weapons with stopping power. Like, this weapon takes 4 shots to kill unless you have stopping power on. Stopping power is an absolute necessity, and you should always be aiming for headshots to neutralize as many shots to kill as you need to. So this weapon, it's not great. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's really, really bad. Of the assault rifles, I have to state statistically, it is the worst assault rifle in the entire game. It's a little bit more accurate than the M4, but the M4 fires faster, the M4 does all this other stuff better, all the things that are really important, and you can really control the M4's accuracy in the long run. So the G36C is just, it's a poor weapon, and I would not recommend it to anybody that's looking for the best weapon. If you're looking to completely pub stomp, if you're looking to be the best, I would not use the G36C. I would use something else. But if you're looking for just a fun weapon to use, because the G36C, despite being a bad weapon, it doesn't feel like a bad weapon. And I mentioned this at the beginning of the video. It's just a nostalgic weapon that you pick up and it feels really good in your hands. This was one of my first favorite assault rifles, favorite weapons in any Call of Duty game. When I picked this one up in COD 4, the original COD 4, I just felt really good. And this was back before anybody was really paying attention to weapon statistics, because this was way back, like, this is a long time ago when YouTube wasn't a big thing and people weren't telling you about the statistics every day, and it was just play the game. And you played the game and you picked up this weapon and it just felt good in your hands. So I would say that it is a good weapon, but it isn't a good weapon at the same time. It just feels really nice, and I would recommend that you try it out. It's probably a weapon that's better for certain people, people that don't mind what a weapon feels like or what a weapon does as far as statistic-wise. It's probably better for a person that really just wants to try out everything in the game. I would say that the iron sights are not the best on this weapon. You should probably use a red dot sight if you're going to use any attachments. But that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like button if you did. Subscribe for more daily gaming goodness. And I'll see you guys on the next video.